Hi, fourth graders. Welcome to our second to last lesson of reading this year. So today we are going to do the work in your packet for Tuesday, June 2nd. And so let me pull up our learning target. So today we're actually revisiting a learning target that we talked about earlier this year and earlier in this unit even, which is determining themes and supporting them with evidence from across the story. So in this book club, we started to think about the theme way early on in the story because that's something that fourth graders do. They don't just think about the theme when they're done with the book, they think about it as they're reading the book. And so we're going to do this work again today, and a lot of you are going to find that your idea for the theme has changed throughout the book, and that is okay, right? So when we're thinking about what the theme of a story is, one of the really big clues for kind of doing that thinking is how does the main character change, or what lesson do they learn in the story? Okay, so when I am thinking about Number the Stars and I'm thinking about Anne Marie, one of the things that I think that she learns in the book is that she can be brave. So the theme is more than one word. So I'm not going to say that the theme of Number the Stars is bravery. Okay, it needs to be more than that. It's what did that book teach you about that one word? So what did the book teach us about bravery? So I think that Anne Marie learned that she could be brave even in the scariest of situations. So that would be a good theme because it's more than one word, it's a full sentence. And then the theme should be able to apply to other stories. So when you're using that theme statement, you're not going to use the title of the book or names of the characters just for that one statement. You're going to use those in your evidence, though. So one part from early in the book that I thought of when I was coming up with the theme bravery is this part right here where Anne-Marie is sitting in her room and she's kind of thinking about everything going on in the scary situations after her mom says that they need to protect their Jewish friends. And so I'll read this to you and then we'll talk about it. It says, for a moment she felt frightened, but she pulled the blanket up higher around her neck and relaxed. It was all imaginary anyway, not real. It was only in the fairy tales that people were called upon to be so brave, to die for one another. Not in real life Denmark. Oh, there were soldiers, that was true, and the courageous resistance leaders who sometimes lost their lives. That was true too. But ordinary people like the Rosens and the Johansons, Anne-Marie admitted to herself, snuggling there in the quiet dark, that she was glad to be an ordinary person who would never be called upon for courage. So this is, I think, the first moment in the book where I kind of thought that, oh, Anne-Marie might be brave later in the story, because here she is saying she doesn't think that she could be brave. She doesn't think that if she was in a situation where she needed to be brave for other people, she'd be able to do it. Okay, and so that's kind of how she changes throughout the book. So here is my answer, and I'll show you where my theme statement is and then where my pieces of evidence are in this. So for your book club question today, it's what is your revised theme for your book club book, which just means that it shouldn't be the exact same as your first theme. So even if you still think that that main keyword like bravery is your theme of your book, you're probably going to change the wording a little bit about how your character changed in the story, because now you really know how they changed. So I think that the theme of Number the Stars is that anyone can be brave, even in the scariest of situations. So that right there is my theme statement. So when I say anyone can be brave, even in the scariest of situations, I do not have Number the Stars in that part, and I don't have the names of the characters there. So yes, I say it right here, but that's not part of my theme statement. The theme statement is really that part there. Anyone can be brave even in the scariest of situations. And then when I get into my evidence, I start using really specific examples from the book and the characters. So I say towards the beginning of Number the Stars, Anne-Marie says she doesn't think she could be brave, even if it meant saving her friends and family. Then she realizes that she is brave when she rips Ellen's necklace off to protect her from the soldiers. So that's one part of the book where I think that she's growing and saying, oh, like I really can be brave if I'm in the right situation. She's also brave when the soldier asks her who is in the casket. So this is later at Uncle Henrik's house, and she lies to them. And so she is willing to risk her life for the people who are important to her, and that is why I think that the theme of Number the Stars is bravery. And just so you know, we're not done with the book yet. And when we do finish the book, you're going to see even more bravery from Anne-Marie that will help to support this being the theme. But I don't want to ruin the book for you. So this is my example of my theme. So today you are going to come up with a theme statement for your book. And then you're going to use evidence from different parts of the story. That's why it says across the story. So realize I had evidence from the beginning of the book and the end of the book in my example, and you're going to want to use that too. So evidence from across the story is how you're going to support your theme. All right, so now you can go do this work for your book club book. If you have not already read the pages for your book club book, make sure you're doing that and staying caught up. And have a great day, fourth graders. Thanks for watching. Bye.